Well, this is Dan from Solutions for the Firearm Industry with another episode. This episode is going to be 12, where to find inventory and what distributors that we're using, as well as I'm going to give you a demo on Merlin. So uh, if you like what we're doing, like and share what we got out there. You can get us on Spotify, on iHeart, on YouTube, on numerous other places, wherever you listen to your podcast. If you find value in what we're doing, share, give us a review, and like and follow the podcast. With that, so this actually is Merlin, but the reason I have it up is this is the vast majority of the distributors that are out there. There are others out there, but this is the vast majority of them. RSR Group, Chattanooga, Sports South, Lipsy's, Bill Hicks. There's also another Hicks that's a smaller one. We have some stuff that we're distributing, some smaller brands that are up and coming. Allen Arms Tactical is a great partner of ours, and we've been using them for years. Davison's, Xander's, Gun Accessory Supply, Iron Valley, Orion, Crow, and then the latest one we just added into Merlin is going to be Kroll. We got a couple other ones that are out there, and I'm working on some other ones too. There's the likes of Kinsey's, Big Mountain or Big Rock, and then Amchar and Cham4 are a couple other ones that we're working on trying to get those in here. But this would give you a good starting point to start looking at some of these. Some of these are brick and mortars. Some of these are revenue requirements, as in you have to be in business for a while with and some other stuff. So, but it's a good starting point to look at where some of these guys are, which ones you can try to get into, and then work through it. The other piece, you can also go direct on some once you hit a little bit of volume, but it's going to take you a little bit. But starting point, if you're a home based guy and you're just getting started, I would look at Allen Arms, at Davison's, I look at Xander's, I'd look at Lipsy's, and then Sports South or Chattanooga. Most likely, you can try to get in with those guys as well. Bill Hicks is brick and mortar. Iron Valley's brick and mortar. RSR Group is brick and mortar as of a couple of years ago, so you can work through it. RSR will give you, if you are a home-based FFL, RSR will give you a accessories only, but they will not give you firearms until you either hit some volumes or work through with some pieces. So with that, this is Merlin. So Merlin is a product, it's one of our softwares that we have developed. It is a distribution or warehouse feed tool. It is your accounts, it is your pricing tiers, and you can see it. I'm going to show some of these pieces, and then I'm going to hide a bunch of stuff so they don't have to show all kinds of pricing on here. So some things are going to disappear when I click a button in a second. But these are all the warehouses that it's pulling from. If you want to see kind of volume of numbers, I updated this just a little bit ago, but this will give you a feel for how many SKUs or lines are at each one of these locations. So if you got to prioritize and only get into a couple of them, you can make those choices as to who has the most pieces of it. One thing to note, Davison's does not feed ammo, nor do they feed NFA items. The rest of these, for the most part, I have my SOT on file with them. I'm pulling and feeding SOT items, but Davison's is kind of a generic global feed, so they don't differentiate between who can ship ammo to and who the SOTs type stuff. So they just don't provide in their data feed. That's their call. It's their business. It's how it works for them. We have the Merlin Marketplace, some pieces here that we're dealing with Mercy Firearms, with Ackless, soon to have Disavowed in here as well, and American Defense. GSL has been a good friend of ours too, and the guys selling for them. So GSL is a Michigan-based manufacturer. You can order and send the item to Kevin, who's their lead sales guy. And then another piece on here, Merlin has the ability and capability to do and submit orders for 8 or so of the warehouses. You see the green buttons on here. Those are the ones that we can submit, and those are the ones we can build an order. We can modify the quantities. It'll roll up pricing and cost, and then we can submit an order. And many of them are real-time APIs. Some of them will make like an Excel or CSV file and put it onto the warehouse's server that then they can download it. And then the last piece here is going to be some of the lists. So these are some things that I'm looking for, that I have some customers and back order pieces that I'm working through, so I can save some of these lists and put it in here. So, but to show you how this thing works, I'm going to hide this. A bunch of things are probably going to go away. But Let's say I want a Glock 19. There are approximately 200 hits on here that are available between firearms, barrels, holsters, etc. Say I want the MOS cut, gets me down to 9. And then if I click on this guy, this tells me as of about a half hour ago when I refreshed all the data, this is where they are. So these are all the players that have inventory of them. RSR has almost 1,500 of them. Xander's has 72 of them. Davison's has 20 of them. You'll notice the price says quote because I have it hidden for kind of a retail view. So you could have this on your retail floor and let customers search for stuff, and you can lock it down that way. Or if the customer's comes around the corner real fast, you can hide the pricing, and you have to reboot the program to get everything back. So that's why that pricing. If this was the unlocked version of it, it would show you the price per piece or per warehouse, what they are. Just because how the color coding works, that these are all going to be the same price on this. But say we want a thermal. The lowest price is actually at Bill Hicks because that's the green. The other ones they have a price, but they're a little bit higher. And that's how the color coding works on it. So, but we have almost 300,000 UPCs that we're pulling into this. I'm working on and curating those UPCs to make sure they have good data in each one of them, but it's a constant process to keep updated, but I'm working on it. But it's a really powerful tool. You can see these 13, 14 distributors all on one screen, and you can see where it's at. You get peace of mind if you're the owner that you're seeing the lowest prices and that your buyers are making the right choice or a good choice for it. And then more importantly, you can see who has it and where you got to look. And many of these you can order from inside the program. I could say I wanted this one from Hicks. I could add it to the Hicks order, and it would go into that order screen that I had up before. It's currently hidden because of the retail view, but that's how that piece would work. And if this is something I buy a lot of, or I want to look at it a lot, I can right click on this. I can add it to my back order list or my favorite list. If you want to find out more about Merlin, give us a call, reach out to us, check out the website, fill out a form. We can get a demo going and get you set up on a trial as well for a couple weeks if you want to play with it and see what it can do for you. Really proud of this product, something we built internally for our own use, so we didn't have to flip through a dozen web tabs to find stuff and to quote stuff. So it's been a really, really powerful product for us, and it works really, really well for us. That's what I have for today. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you want to hear more about us, you can check us out on Spotify, on iTunes, on iHeart, on an RSS feed or Amazon Music. Wherever you listen to your podcasts, you can hit that listen, like and share and follow, and you can get notified when new episodes come out. If you want to find out more about the products, www.petersonfarmsusa.com. That's our website. Check out the two products that we have. Cerberus Live Scan is the EFT and fingerprinting software, helps with the Form 4s and NFA transactions. And then Merlin is what I just showed you in this episode. These are all of the statuses of those warehouses and where we're at. Like I mentioned, Kroll just came online actually today. So trying to get that in and finish testing. Cam4, been in talks with their IT director, trying to work through and getting them in line, and then have some feelers and some contacts out with a couple other distributors that are out there as well. And then the other column is this order status. Those are the warehouses that we can actually submit orders from in real time and get them pushed through. So again, thank you for your time today. Appreciate you checking us out. Happy to hear and take suggestions on other topics you want to see, or if you want me to go deeper in any of these topics that we have. Again, my name is Dan from Cerberus Live Scan, and Merlin are our two main products, and hope to talk to you soon. Thank you.